Right now, so today, the American stock market is sitting within about 2% of the highest it has ever been. Not the highest this year, ever, in history. Now walk outside and ask 100 regular people how the economy is doing. 61 of them will tell you it's bad. Not, hey, could be better. Bad. The gloomiest people have felt since the years right after the pandemic. Same country, same month, same economy. So, which one's lying? Neither. And no, we are not in a recession. Nobody has declared one, which honestly makes this weirder, not simpler, because the answer isn't that somebody's wrong. It's that a record high pays a much, much smaller group of people than you think. Let me just show you. No confusing money words, every number's from public reporting, and this is economics for fun, not financial advice. Put 100 Americans in a room. That's the whole country shrunk down. The market has a great day and $100 of new wealth falls into that room. Watch where it lands. 87 of those dollars go to the 10 richest people in the room. 87. Out of 100. The 40 in the middle. House, job, retirement account. Split about $12. And the bottom 50, half the room, they split $1. One, and it gets sharper. Of those 10, the single richest person owns about half of everything by themselves. One person out of 100. That's not a conspiracy. It's public government data. It's just how ownership is stacked, which tells you what the stock market actually is. It's not the country. It's a scoreboard. And it's keeping score for the people who own things. So when an anchor says stocks hit a record high, what that really means is people will pay more than ever to own pieces of big companies. Notice everything that doesn't say. Nothing about your rent, nothing about groceries, nothing about whether your boss is hiring. It's a stadium scoreboard. It knows the score. It does not know that your hot dog cost $18. But I can hear the objection, and it's a good one. Wait, I've got a retirement thing at work. I own some. And you do. Most working adults own a little, usually through a plan at their job, but that money is in a box with a lock on it. You're not supposed to open it for another 20, 30, 40 years, and if you crack it early, you get penalized. So, yes, technically, on a record high day, you got richer. On paper, in a box, that you can't open until you're 65. And that is not nothing. It's real money, and it's really yours. It's just doing absolutely nothing for you on a Tuesday. You cannot take your retirement account to the grocery store, which, funny enough, is exactly where the feeling comes from, because nobody has ever felt the economy through a scoreboard. You feel it through 5 things: groceries, rent, gas, your paycheck, and whether your job feels safe. So let's check it. Groceries cost about a third more than they did in 2019. Same cart, same food. And people aren't just complaining. This June, Americans bought fewer grocery items than the June before. Not fewer dollars, fewer things. Items going back on the shelf. Gas is bouncing around $4 a gallon. Rent keeps quietly ratcheting, and nearly half the country, 47%, says they've cut back on essentials, not vacations. Food and medical care, up 6 points in 3 months. That is not a mood. That's a cart with less in it. Add the nerves on top. Trouble overseas keeps shoving oil prices around, and oil hits your pump in about a week. Big, famous companies, including tech giants everybody assumed were untouchable, are announcing layoffs. You cannot see the stock market from your kitchen. You can absolutely see a layoff. So how does the scoreboard stay near a record through all of that? Because it's an average. And averages hide things. A billionaire walks into a diner, and the average person in that diner is now worth $100 million. Technically true. Nobody got a raise. Everybody's still splitting the check. So, which one's lying? Neither. They're answering 2 different questions. The scoreboard answers, what are the biggest companies worth to the people who own them? Your gut answers, what does my week cost me? Those were never the same question. They just used to move together often enough that we stopped noticing. So next time you hear market hits record high, hear it correctly. That is news about what things are worth. Your grocery bill is news about what things cost. Two different numbers. Only one of them is in your kitchen. It doesn't mean a downturn is coming. It means the scoreboard was never keeping score for you. So tell me, what's the one price that made you stop dead in the aisle and go, "You have got to be kidding me"? Drop it below. And if this made the economy make a little more sense, subscribe. I'm Mr. Moolah. The scoreboard's doing great. Go check your cart.